YouTube, there was a big content drop in MLB The Show 25, but the main drop was Team Affinity, and today I'm going to tell you the first cards you need to go after. We basically got 30 different programs, but there are Team Affinity. So obviously, if you go to programs, you go to Team Affinity, this is where you'll find the new content. If you go to assorted programs, there was also a spotlight one with Wilmer Flores that we already know how that works. But today I'm going to tell you the best cards from Team Affinity. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to go by division. The menus are super slow because everything just came out and everyone's in the game. We're going to go by division, and by division I mean every single row. We're going to start the 5th best card in the division, work our way down to the best card in that division. Then obviously based on your team, your situation, you'll be able to grind some of those cards first. Now the grind for the cards are going to be extremely easy. I'm just going to jump into the Yankees one real quick. Here we go. You got to do a mission. Every team will give you 10,000. You don't have to do it, but it would help because obviously you need to get to 50,000. Right here you get uniforms, packs, XP as well, but you need 50k for that. If you do the Yankees pitchers and hitters XP just like that, you're gonna get 40k, and then obviously with the moment that will be 50. Honestly, it will be just a game on rookie against Colorado. That will do it. 30 minutes, 45. They kept saying 45 minutes to an hour on the stream. That sounds about right. 30 minutes to an hour. Depending on how good you are at the game, you'll be able to get all the XP done with each card. But again, let's go ahead and see who the 5th best card in the AL East is. For me, it's Josh Lowe. And Josh Lowe, it's all these cards. For me, at number 5 is Josh Lowe. Solid contact against right and power, 87. Against lefties, not so much, 83 and 70. Solid clutch there. A lot of these cards are very well balanced. You got the contact hitters with a lot of contact and clutch, not a lot of power, a lot of speed. This card is well balanced. It's not the defensive gem like a PCA or anything like that, but he's okay. At number 4, I'm going Colton Cowser. He's a little bit better defended than Josh Lowe from the Tampa Bay Rays. He's very good against righties, not as good, obviously, against lefties, but they're very similar cards, so 5th and 4th here in the AL East. Number 3, I'm going to the Yankees, and this is a very weird card. You can see very high hits per 9s, elite clutch per 9. I mean, 125, it doesn't get higher than that, but then he has 59 walks per 9, so his control at 7 is not great. He only has 4 pitches. You know, the control, again, it's going to be tough. I don't think he has outlier. He doesn't have outlier on the fastball. He does have break outlier. Four-seam, even though it's 4 pitches, it's still solid 4 pitches with a 4-seam slider, circle, change, and sinker. It's just a weird card for me. He's the 3rd best in the division. The 2nd best card in the division is this Jeff Hoffman, 91 overall. He has 105 hits per 9s with 117 clutch. And as you can see, the lowest attributes is walks per 9 is at 83. That is very solid. 4 pitches again. He does have 4-seam slider, splitter, and sinker as well. Very good. 99 velo, 99 break. If we look at the quirks, not terrible, not great, nothing special, but this is a good reliever there, and I think that's what we see a lot in this Team Affinity cards. The relief pitchers tend to be a little bit better, especially as we start getting into the 90s overall here. So Jeff Hoffman, solid bullpen arm. But the best card in the division for me is this Masataka Yoshida. No, I'm no bias, I promise you. Yes, look at the fielding and speed. He's a DH. He's not an outfielder. He plays left field, nothing else, but he is a DH. But 120 contact and 87 power against right, 94 contact and 80 power against left, and 109 clutch. This card has no holes in his offensive attributes. He has a quick swing as well. He has a good swing. He's very fun to use. So he's a DH. For me, he's the best card in the AL East. Let's go check out the AL Central. The 5th best card in the AL Central for me is Michael Wacha. Just well balanced. He doesn't have outlier. He has a sinker and a cutter. He just doesn't throw hard enough, and that's the only reason. And honestly, we have a lot of great pitchers in the game. We have Roger Clemens, we have the John Donaldson, there's Randy Johnson. There's a lot of good options, and I'm just not quite sure he makes the top 5. So comes in at number 5 for the AL Central. Number 4, I'm going to Minnesota. Royce Lewis, solid contact and power. Honestly, offensively, this card looks very good. He's not bad, honestly, on the field as well. He's not very fast. He only plays 3rd base. We got a lot of good 3rd base options in the game, but 90 and 107 against right, 97 and 78 against lefties. He has a good swing. 108, 104 clutch is actually pretty solid, but he's the 4th best in the division. This is a good division. At number 3, I'm going Andrew Benintendi, Red Sox legend. He has 94, 101 against right, 80 and 90 against left, 88 clutch. Solid there. It's a very good bat. He's not very good defensively. As you can see, very similar a little bit to that Yoshida, but he's a little bit better defensively, and that's why he's not as good offensively. He has a very good swing as well. So I'll put him at number 3. At number 2, Bo Naylor. Very similar hitting attributes to that Andrew Benintendi that I just showed you, but he's a catcher, and he has a goal defender at catcher. A parallel 5 will get you to 90 fielding at catcher as well there. As you can see, very well balanced from a catcher. He does hit from the left side. He has 87, 83. That's kind of like his weak spot, if you will. But Bo Naylor is a solid budget option at catcher. But the best card in the AL Central in this hobby bias, I swear I'm not being biased. This card is amazing. 87, 87 against righty, 100 contact, and 86 power against left. That 112 clutch will play. He's already a goal defender. The secondaries are there. Primary shortstop, he can play third and center field as well. Center field, he doesn't have the speed for a center fielder, but obviously it depends on who you're rocking at center field, but he can play that position as well. This would have been perfect, the perfect card to add for my Team Puerto Rico build that I did a few days ago, but I guess he'll have to be for the next one. For now, he's the best card in the AL Central. Moving over to the AL West, we're going Brian Wu as the 5th best card in the division. A starter that nothing really jumps out at you. Just very solid all across the board. It looks like it's one of those things that he's very good at a lot of things, just not great at anything, and that's why he comes in at number 5. At number 4, Jack Leiter, very similar to Wood. They basically, it's a coin flip between them two. Well balanced all across the board. He does have a 99 velo there with a 4-seam slider, sinker, circle change. So the pitch repertoire in itself, that pitch mix is actually pretty solid. But you know what? He comes in at number 4. There's a lot of good options. Again, pitching, cracking that top 5 for starting pitchers is very tough. And just because the starters were basically a coin flip, the next 2 cards are basically a coin flip as well. We got Brian Abreu as the 3rd best card in the AL West. 114 hits per 9, 118 clutch. That is elite from a reliever. He only has 3 pitches. That's the only thing. He's kind of like a Josh Hader from the right side. He has a 4-seam slider, circle change. Obviously, Josh Hader is a 2-seam, but yeah, he's a good reliever, good budget reliever, if you will. The 2nd best card in the division is this Ben Joyce. It's actually not a coin flip. I think we could probably move back that Abreu because this card is a lot better. 113 hits per 9 and 112 clutch. He has 4 pitches, 4-seam sinker, slider, and circle chain. But the thing that he has that Abreu doesn't have, if we look at the quirks, he has outlier 1 and 2. He has outlier on the fastball, outlier on the sinker. This reliever is probably a must-have. Your opponents are going to have a tough time hitting that. But the best card in the division, I'm going to the A's, Brent Rooker. Very similar to Yoshida. Not the best defensively, even though 66 speed is not terrible for right field, but the reaction is not very good. But the good thing is those hitting attributes. 95 101 against righties, 99 108 against lefties with 95 clutch. He has a very good swing as well. He's going to hit bombs at every single bat. Maybe not on GOAT. Nobody hits bombs on GOAT, but everything else he will, and that's why he's the best card in the AL West. Let's check out the NL East. Coming in at number 5 for the NL East, we're going Xavier Edwards. And it's weird because he is a switch hitter, middle infielder with 120 contact against right, 103 contact against left, 106 clutch. The power is just not there. The defense obviously is not there. The speed is. So speed, clutch, contact, he has those things, but the power is not there, and that's why he comes in at number 5. Now at number 4, we're going JT Realmuto, just well balanced all across the board. He doesn't really have a weak spot, but again, he's kind of like those pitchers that I was mentioning. He's very good at a lot of things, just not great at anything. That's why he's the 4th best card in the division. The 3rd best card, we're going to Washington Keibert Ruiz. He has 114 contact and 71 power against right, 94 contact with 69 power against left, 108 clutch. So the clutch and contact is there. Very similar to Ted Simmons. That power is in the 60s and 70s. I think his swing is a little bit better than Ted Simmons. He's a switch hitting catcher. We love those. He's better than Veritek. It's not quite Posada or Grandal, but he's a tier below those, and that's why he's the 3rd best card in the division. Now, the 2nd best card in this division, we're going to the Mets. Mark Vientos. Hitting-wise, he has it all. 95 103 against right, 98 92 against left with 90 clutch. He has a very good swing. I've used the silver card in BR. Love his swing. Defensively, he's not great. He's at 3rd base. You're kind of hiding him there, but this is a very solid hitting option. And talking about solid hitting options, Austin Riley. He's a little bit better than that Mark Vientos. 98 80 against right, 102 98 against left. That 110 clutch is the reason he's a little bit better defender. Obviously faster with that 72 speed. He has a very good swing as well. I think might like Austin Riley's swing a little bit better than Vientos. He is very good offensively. Defensively, he's not a liability either, and that's why he's the best card in the NL East. Now let's move over to the NL Central. And this division is very tough because there's some players that are very similar. But at number 5, we're going to Milwaukee. Sal Frelick. He has high contact, high clutch, not a lot of power, very similar to that Xavier Edwards. He is an outfielder. He can play all 3 outfield positions with 94 speed and 85 reaction, 89 fielding. That is very good. Obviously, once you get into P5, he'll be a diamond defender over there in right field, which is very good. He just doesn't have the power. That's the only thing. That's why he comes in at number 5. At number 4, a little bit more power, and that's why we're going with him at number 4, Victor Scott. He also has a little bit more speed, 99, 99, 99. Stealing, speed, base aggressiveness. So, honestly, the contact is there. The clutch is there. Not elite, but it's there. And the power, mid 50s and 60s. It is what it is with the power. And that's why he's the 4th best card. Number 3, we're going Nico Horner. Very similar to the first 2. All players, it feels like they're similar. This is a tough one. Honestly, I wouldn't even focus on this division, but high contact, low power, elite defensively, and solid speed there. Obviously, he's a primary second baseman that can play shortstop as well. So fielding wise, it's one of those weak positions that we have in MLB The Show 25. So if you're a Cubs fan and you want to rock him at second, you go ahead, and he's at number 3. Number 2, Jared Jones. I don't know. It's just a weird division. Well balanced. Nothing jumps out of you. He does throw hard, but he doesn't have outlier on the fastball. He does have 5 pitches. He does have 100 clutch, which is very good, but I don't think his delivery is that special either, but he's still the 2nd best card, I guess, in the division. The best card in the division, I'm giving it to Nick Lodolo. If you look at the card, nothing really jumps out of you. But if you played MLB The Show, I want to say 21, maybe 20, 22. I don't know. There's been a lot of MLB The Shows. Nick Lodolo had a Future Stars that was very good. He's very glitchy. He's a lefty pitcher with a sinker circle change. They gave him a slurve this year. So I think the slider might have been a little bit better, but he only has 4 pitches. But again, glitchy delivery, outlier type, and that's why he's the best card in the NL Central. Let's check out the NL West. At number 5, we're going to San Francisco Giant. Jung-Hoo Lee, high contact, okay power against lefties, not great against righties. He does have 99 arm, and this division is very good because if this is the best or the 5th best card in the NL West, he probably was the best card in the NL Central, but he comes in at number 5. He can play all 3 positions in the outfield as well, which is very good, and with 80 speed, that's not a liability anywhere either. At number 4, we're going to Colorado Rockies. Not a terrible card. Love the contact with 94 and 90, especially because he is the defensive specialist. You can see 99 fielding, 98 reaction, 77 speed. He's going to get to everything as short. He doesn't have any secondary positions. The power, average at best. 93 clutch is solid as well. But the card is the 4th best in the division because we got some studs in this division. At number 3, we're going Lourdes Gurriel out of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well balanced. Love that 110 contact against left. Love the fact that he has 95 clutch as well. Even though he has 78 contact against right, that 95 clutch makes up for it a little bit. Over 80 power against both sides. Goal defender at left field as well. So not a terrible card by any means. Does he make God squads? Probably not, but it's a solid budget option. Coming in at number 2, San Diego Padres, Jake Cronensworth, and honestly, from a second baseman, there's not a lot of options that have a solid power, solid hitting attributes, and he's a goal defender as well. So Jake Cronensworth is the 2nd best card in this division. I think the best card in this division was obvious. Let's go check it out. And obviously, it's from the Dodgers, Blake Trinan, 108 his per nines, 123 clutch. Everything is 85 and above. Primary sweeper with a sinker, 4-seam, and a cutter. 98 velo, 99 break. Blake Trinan is very difficult to hit. So not only the sinker cutter combo, but they added that sweeper as well as primary with 123 clutch. This is a must-have card. If I had to pick any cards from the Team Affinity, it's probably this one because the bullpen options, there's always ways to improve the bullpen. This guy will immediately do that to yours. So go ahead and get you a Blake Trinan. So for summary, the best cards that I'm going to be going after, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comment section below. What are the cards that you're going after? But for me, I'm going Yoshida, I'm going Javi Baez, I'm going Brent Rooker and Ben Joyce, all of those from the AL. And from the NL, I want to get that Austin Riley, try him out. I want to get obviously Blake Trinan as well, but there's some solid cards that might make the team. They're not all God Squad material, which is fine. It's a Team Affinity. This is going to help budget options, budget teams keep getting those teams better. But I want to hear from you. Again, let me know down in the comment section below your thoughts on this Team Affinity drop. One thing that I haven't mentioned, once you get this cards done, you're gonna want to use them. At least get 500 PXP. So let's check out the Phillies, right? We're gonna go to the Phillies. We're at 210,000. The goal obviously is to be by 285 by July, by 7-11. We got a month and a half or so for that. They added a new mission with this card. So if you get 500 PXP with the Color Storm Real Muto, which is the card for the Phillies, you get 150,000 Team Affinity points. That is very easy to do. They also added those cards into Battle Royale. You can rotate, get some PXP, keep that doing that. This is definitely super important. Those cards in 7-11 that are going to be dropping 7-11 in July All-Star drop, it's probably going to be nasty. They're probably going to be a ton of high 90s diamonds. All-Star content is usually one of the best content MLB The Show every year. I'm telling you, get ready, grind, get ready. I'm gonna go ahead and grind after I edit and post this, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. But I'll check it on the next one, and I'm out.